Hello students, welcome to Modern Management Technique class. I am Professor Namrata Hampeholi from Department of Commerce and Accountancy, KLS GCC Belgavi. We are dealing with the last part of our Unit 3, that is Performance Appraisal. So in the previous class we have started with the meaning of Performance Appraisal. So let us quickly see once again the meaning of Performance Appraisal. So the performance appraisal means it is a systematic and periodic and humanly possible and impartial rating of an employee, right? That means what here, whenever the employee does some work, whether it is good or bad, they need to put a review on that, or they need to evaluate, or you can say that they have to give their opinion on the employee's behavior. Okay, that might be positive or negative, right? Positive will lead to the motivation, negative will lead to the performance improvement in the future, right? So these are the methods of performance appraisal. That is, there are various ways through which the employee's performance can be evaluated. So they are being classified into traditional method and modern method. Under traditional method, we have already completed with the three methods. That is a ranking method, wherein employees are being ranked. Then next is paired comparison method, wherein the comparison will be done between two or more employees or a group of employees, and then evaluation is being made. And then is force distribution method, wherein here the ratings are being given to the employees. Then next comes here is grading system. Okay, that is certain categories of abilities or the performance of the employees are well defined in advance to fall in a certain grades under this method, right? Such as, that is, here the individual traits and characters are identified, right? So let us look into this example which shows the method of grading, right? So here vertically you horizontally you have here unsatisfactory, fair, satisfactory, good and outstanding, right? At the same time you have these traits or the qualities. Okay, qualities such as a quantity of work, that is a volume of the work under normal working condition, that is daily, in the daily routine, what is the work managed by that particular employee, his quality of the work, that is neatness, accuracy of the job and knowledge of the job, right? These all are measured in a quality. Then the knowledge about that, then his attitude, then his dependability, that is during the work, how like whether he's dependent on others, how conscious he is or how accurate he is, right? Then other than whenever he get a free time, what will be his activity during that. Then next is cooperation, that is willingness and ability to work with other. Like this, such qualities of the employees are being listed, and on this basis the employer will tick mark, right? Now suppose for example, let us take that last point, that is cooperation, that is his willingness. If the employee is not at all willing to work with like or cooperate with some other employees, then they may tick for unsatisfactory, or they may, if they find it fair, then they can go for fair. If they find that he's very good and he's very cooperative with everyone, then they may tick for outstanding. So this is a grading system where the qualities of the employee are being listed, and according to that grades will be given, right? The grades may be like good, better, best also, like, or best, average, below average, like this. Okay, so this was about grading system. Then comes here is checklist, right? So by the name itself, list, checklist, right? So this is an appraisal of an employee through getting the answers for the number of questions is called here as a method of checklist. So here there will be a questions which will be prepared, and you have to answer them either in the yes or no type, right? So here there will be no brief explanation for those such type of the questions. Here is an example. Okay, is the employee satisfied with the job, yes or no? Does he finishes the job accurately, yes or no? So here supervisors or their manager or whoever is evaluating the performance have to just go on answering in the one word, that is yes or no, for these type of the questions, right? So here with this, when the employee is being given such type of a question, he ticks yes or no, and depending on that it will be helpful for the judgment for the manager. So this is a checklist method, which is one of the easiest method of performance evaluation. Then next is here forced choice method. Okay, so here forced choice method, it is a group of statements which are prepared positively or negatively under this method. Okay, and here both will describe the quality or the characteristic of the employee, and here they are being that is the person whoever is giving the rate is forced to tick mark any of the statement that is either negative or the positive. So this is like forced, that you are not given with the more option, you have to tick in that option only which is been given, right? So this is a just an example. So here on the left side you can see which of the following will describe you the best, right? I am outgoing or work hard, right? You have to choose any one among this, right? So in the format to make the answers on your scale given below, right? On the basis of this answer given in the format 1, they will be here describing, right? That is outstanding or work hard. It is like giving stars, as you will give a stars or rating. Like this here, we will be forced to give the ratings. So this is about forced choice method. So here after preparing this format, the summary will be prepared like this: the employee and the supervisor, to which department he belongs, and the date. Then understand the department function, that is low, below average, average, above average, or high. Like this quality are being prepared, that is quality is being analyzed, and the summary is prepared. Then comes here is critical incident method, right? So by the name itself, incident, right? So there will be a situation or the incident which will be given to the employee, right? And how that employee will be reacting in that situation, depending on that the performance will be evaluated. For many of the interviews, they try to just check the patience of the employee, right? So what they do here is they just make the employees to sit in a waiting room, right? And they just observe them, that is how long the employee can wait with patience till the interview is being conducted. So this is a part of the test or the interview which is being conducted, right? So in the same way here, performance appraisal of an employee is done on the basis of incident that occur really to the concerned employee, right? So some of the events are, that is he may be refused to cooperate with an employees, right? So sometimes they give a situation, right? They be wherein they need the help of one employee, may need the help of another employee. That time what he will do, whether he will refuse it or he will accept to help him, right? So such situations are unwilling to attend the function further training, right? Got angry because of overwork with his subordinate, that is a work pressure, right? Then suggested a change in the method of production, right? So these are such of the examples wherein he will be put under the certain situation and his reaction will be evaluated. So this is called as a critical incident method. So here, like see here, a fire suddenly break down, right? So there is an accident, right? So here informed the supervisor immediately. So the scaling is 5, yes, right? Become anxious on the loss of output, then 4, right? So and try to repair the machine. So here rating is given 3, right? So like this, the critical incident method evaluation is taken down. Then next is a graphic rating scale method, right? So by the name itself, graph means wherein it includes the linear rating method. So this is a method wherein the printed appraisal form is used to appraise each employee. Okay, so here the form lists trait, that is their quality is being taken out here, and then the evaluation, that is evaluation is done and the rating is given from unsatisfactory to the outstanding, right? So This is an example wherein performance factor, quality of the work, accuracy and the skill. Then here the consistently rating is given. If he's found that unsatisfactory, then there is a tick mark which is being put, right? For each category there will be tick mark, and whichever the employer feel that, then they can tick for this. So this is how the ratings are done. Then comes here is field review method. So here an employee's performance is appraised through an interview between the rater and the immediate supervisors or the supervisor of the concerned employee, right? So here person who is giving the rating and the supervisor will put a review or will evaluate the performance and then give the ratings. Okay, so here the rater will ask the questions, ask the supervisor questions about the performance of an employee. Then the personnel department will prepare a list on the basis of that collected information, and the copy of this report will be placed in the personal file of the concerned employee after getting approval from the supervisor. So this is nothing but it is interaction between the supervisor and the person who is giving the ratings, right? So he will take out the details of employees from that particular supervisor, and on whatever he tells, on the basis of that he will prepare a list, that is he evaluate the performance of the employee, and that will be placed in the personal file of that particular department. So this was a method for field review method. Then next is essay evaluation, right? By the name itself, essay, right? So you go on writing or describing something. Okay, so here in essay evaluation, the manager is required to write about the employee's performance, that is over the entire evaluation period, by giving the narrative of the strength and weakness of that particular employee, right? So here it's just like a summary which is been written. So here there is no shortcut of just tick or the just like checklist method or just like your grading method, right? So they have to here narrate something about the employee. Then come here is peer review, right? So peer review, peer means what? Here the person who are working with us, right? So here the person or the other subordinates who are involved with us will be giving the performance, will be giving the appraisal here. Okay, so here employees select the peers to conduct the evaluation. So here usually 2 to 4 peers are identified through the predetermined process. Then the portfolio will be given to them to understand the objectivity. Okay, so here there will be a self-evaluation portfolio, and which has a certain standards, right? And the supporting materials are being given here. Okay, then the peer will evaluate the employees. They may do it in the group or individually, and then manager and employee will meet here for the discussions, right? So here after the every peer will evaluate, then that report will be given and the manager and employee will sit for the discussion. Then here last method for traditional method of performance appraisal here is appraisal interview, right? So under this method, once the manager completes an accurate evaluation of the performance, he or she should arrange for appraisal interview. That means what here? When the appraisal is completed, then sit for an interview, right? And that whatever appraisal that is you can say report is there, that should be discussed with an employee. Okay, so that in the manager or the subordinate or whoever is given the rating of this evaluation should communicate with the employee here, right? So here they provide the feedback to the employee, which enables him to improve his further performance. Okay, so what should be the behavior for appraisal interview? That is how this interview should be conducted here is, first put the employee at ease, right? So because whenever you come to know that your results are there, obviously you get a tension, right? Like what will be my result, right? Or whenever the principal or the teacher calls you into their cabin, you will be always tense what they may say, right? So first first remove this confusion or threat from the mind of the employee, so that put him at a ease, right? Let him be comfortable, right? Then clearly state the purpose of appraisal interview, right? So make him clear that why their performance was evaluated. Sometime what happens that if the employee is new, he may be put into a appraisal, that is he may put into certain situations, or if the employee is already existing and he is expecting the promotion, and for that purpose also these appraisal may be conducted. So give him a reason for their performance appraisal. Then go through the ratings one by one, right? Then draw out the employee's reaction for the rating, right? So observe his rating, like show them, right? For these performance, these are the ratings which are been given, right? So these were the tests which were been conducted, and these all are the ratings you have got. Then on that observe the reaction, right? Then decide on the specific ways in which the performance areas can be strengthened, right? So if you feel that he is very good, then try to motivate him so that he should continue with that, let them have a same pattern of working. Or if you find any variance, then find out the method how to convey them, right? Then set a follow up date, right? Then express the confidence in employee, right? Then give him the confidence so that he gets the motivated and can improve the performance. Okay, so these all were the methods wherein the traditional called as a traditional method of performance appraisal. In the next class we will be starting with the modern methods of performance appraisal. I hope you all are clear with this class. Thank you.